Hi everyone, good evening, welcome to this video. This is Richie the Blind Hedgehog and I'm here with one of my Chuckies. This is, well, I have no idea if this is actually a Spirit Halloween Chucky. It's possible, I don't really know. I'll call it my Spencer's Chucky for now. I think he was available a few years ago. And ever since, I think they actually made another doll. Maybe some, I should actually call it the more like newer model. And he is actually right here in this package. So a few people have been making reviews about this doll. So I would just, like to open the package and show him to you. So wait a second. Now I actually use this doll for the video because apparently, this doll is more like the improved version. That kind of reminds me of Chucky's sayings like, "I'm new and improved." That made me laugh so hard. This is like the improved guy, I suppose. And I thought it would be very, more like logic to compare those two, or maybe just have this one hosting this video. But it's also possible that I make a comparison video with this guy, and maybe with the Trick or Treat buddy who's right there. So I'll see afterward. We're gonna see where this video will take us. There you go. I'm super glad he's actually here, because obtaining him gets harder and harder. He gets extremely expensive on eBay. This doll is in fact available in Spirit Halloween or in Spencer's apparently. And it goes for $89.99 apparently. That's what people have been telling in their reviews. But on eBay he easily goes sometimes for like $200 or $300. So if you ever get a nice opportunity getting this guy, just go for it. Because I kinda was very lucky to obtain this guy. And the seller actually really scared me because he wanted to cancel our transaction while the package was on its way. So I suppose something was really wrong with it, since I couldn't obtain any tracking numbers. Or any tracking data. So I was really afraid that my package had a problem. I'm just gonna pull it out like this. There you go. But apparently the package was just on its way and came safely. So I am really relieved. Got a lot of airbags in here. There you go. Well, since it will be easier to have him standing on the ground or on the floor, I'll just push him against the bed and show you. So this is what it looks like. So it comes in this yellow good guy box, just like this one. It's just that the one against the wall belongs to my Trick or Treat doll, and it is a bit broader. This guy is a bit more like thinner, so it's a very decent box. Apparently the box is really nice. So if I show you, well, here it says Chucky on the front, and it's not exactly like for the others, so there's a little addition here on the box. Unfortunately, the front of my box, the front side, has been a bit pushed in, unfortunately. But yeah, when those guys are sent, you never know how you get the box. Good guys. I really like those little kitties playing. It's so cute. And I don't really know what it says here. And again, those adorable little footprints are just so cute. Because when I actually see the space between those steps, I actually see how small their legs can be. And that's just so cute. Kind of reminds me of Chucky running. When he runs, it's so cute. So the box is kind of classic. We all know how it looks like. And a little difference compared with that box. It has, as you can see, it has like a white inside. A white internal plate, some kind of a Bailey sheet inside. Here it's like red, which is much more accurate. In fact, I suppose the insides of the box is also red. Now let's see. It just opens with this little tongue here. There you go. So I'm super excited having another life-size Chucky. I was, of course, very into collecting the ones that would be released for this Halloween. And this was one of them as far as I know. You have to use my both hands for this. Here he is. Hold on a second. There you go. Here I have my two dolls next to each other. Now I know some people really disliked this one. Maybe it was kind of in when it was released. But some people have been getting rid of this doll and now they actually buy this one. Because of, well, some people really think that he is terrible looking. And maybe that is so, but I'm still really grateful to have this guy. So for now he stays with me. And it's true, it's definitely the most accurate one. But it's a very lovely one. I really appreciate its details, so I still have him, I like him. So, I don't think this is a bad doll, not at all. Actually, I really like him, so there you go. Not gonna talking about this guy today, maybe later. I'll just try to give you a nice review. I know they have a hard time standing. I'll just toss him aside. There you go. So this is the doll that was in the box. He's adorable. I think his face is really human looking. Kinda, well, I'm not gonna say realistic, but just seriously, he has the same eye color as my dad's eyes. So this is just, yeah, kinda special. And it's just that he has some features that make him more realistic looking, like if he actually were a real child. And also his eyes are very, yeah, human-like. I really like the skin tone. It's special. It's kind of pale, but it's nice. It's really nice looking. And, well, he has a really adorable haircut as well. Here his hair comes a bit shorter. No, stand up. Stand up. I know he has a hard time standing up. It's really annoying. I don't have anything to sustain him, unfortunately. So, the hair is really nice. Also here, just that he has this really weird cut here. So you can see the hair is a bit shorter here and it goes up. That doesn't make any sense. I think it's also because it's visible. It's kind of, well, I guess I have to do something with it. So I'm just going to turn him around. It has a really nice length and a really nice color. So this is how it falls on the back. And now we're talking about the back. Maybe I can show you here his little place, the place he has for a voice box and some batteries. I would love to have a voice box for him, but I have no idea how that works. So there you go, this is the place that's available for it. But it comes on the shirt. Actually, this doll has like the same shirt as, well, the one that I have here. Stand up. Yeah, I know, mine came with 2 feet pointing out in the same direction, so he has a hard time standing. See, the shirt is kind of the same as this guy here. The colors are very comparable. I really appreciate a few details on this doll, like for example the size. It's larger, more life size now. It's very friendly looking for once. And here you have like the same letter type as on the actual doll, so there's also nice correction. And also actually on the bottom of his feet you have like the little good guy shoes print. So it's really nice. And those little details make this doll a nice alternative for people who don't want to spend like $500 on a trick-or-treat doll, or don't have the money to pay one from coming from an artist. And I can actually understand those dolls are kind of very expensive. Also for me, it was a surprise getting mine, so I totally understand. This doll is indeed, stand up, a nice alternative, definitely. If you don't want to spend the money on this, so, or if it's just too expensive, so, but it's just that this doll has now the problem that it gets extremely expensive off eBay, so try to get yours somewhere where you can have a deal that you actually approve. Otherwise, you're going to spend way too much. In fact, don't worry, you can spend something on this doll without being sorry, but this is, or without regretting. But this, yeah, that's the problem of eBay resellers. The way that business is done is barely fair. So don't expect this doll to be cheap. It is, if you can get it somewhere, and if you think of or consider getting it, don't hesitate whenever you see a price that you approve. Because seriously, he can go for like $200 or $300 now. And that's, in fact, way too much. It's not too much for what you get, but it's way too much for someone who's actually trying to take advantage of you. That's the problem. So, that said, I'm just going to go back to the doll now. He has like wires in his hands, and that's something I don't really like. He has like, you actually have the possibility to move his hands, to move his arms up and down. But I really need my both hands for this. And it's not that his articulation is really meant to be used intensively. So if you're not careful, it might break. This doll is not actually meant to be very articulated. So you can move his arms up and back and forth. But I wouldn't really consider having this doll for its articulation. Definitely not. Same for the legs. I saw someone move the legs, but apparently the legs are not really meant to be moved, or the doll is not really meant to sit down. Also, you see that his overalls get really tight around his crotch and around his legs here. So I don't really know if those actually have the space to make the doll sit down. This is what the back looks like. His butt doesn't really stick out. It's like a flat butt. It's really cute. And you have like the same little drawings all over them. Actually, just like on this doll, they have a lot in common. As you can see, the overalls here are a bit darker. Yeah, I know it's barely visible with the light. But here it's bloody and torn open. So you have like the same ones. Good boy. This guy doesn't have any wires. That's what I like about him. You can't really break this guy. He just has a really strong body, stuffed with some plastic finishings like the head, the hands, and the feet, or rather the shoes. But that's what I really like about this doll. This guy has like wires, just like you can compare them like the wires that you find in the electronic Chuckies. Or maybe I can show you, like for example, this guy here. Like little wires on the arms. The wire is here somewhere. So it's a nice wire, but it's just that if you really want that doll to move correctly or move in a healthy way without damage, I would have give it some more support in the arms and in the shoulders so that it can move safely. Here you have like the wire sticking out a bit. Here it is. So this is actually how thick it is. I'd rather have a doll without wires in the arms. It's not an articulation that I'm gonna use a lot, but yeah, it's something that they added to this design. Here you have, it has like a thin neck and a nice little collar, red collar. The legs are very well stuffed and don't contain, yeah, well, indeed they do contain wires, but you gotta feel them because they're kind of deep. And I really like the hands as well, because each and every finger almost point out in a different direction. That's really sweet. Really sweet looking, really adorable little hands. It's a bit of a difference compared with this guy's hands. But here, this guy actually comes with a knife. I don't think this guy comes with a knife. I don't think so. His face looks a bit pushed in. It's like a print that's pushed into the face. It's kind of funny, but in fact, when your doll is just standing, there you go. It won't bother me, really not. It's in general a really well-made doll, and it is really nice for the price. so you can find it for like the usual price, well, you're sure it is a good deal. Just that you gotta make sure you really want this doll, especially when you're confronted with some more like higher prices. But in general, I think they added some adorable details that really made this doll a nice alternative. That really made this doll like very close to the actual good guy doll, and it is absolutely a nice alternative. It's adorable. What I don't really like personally is the way that they added the shoes, because it's like the shoes are almost too small for him. They're like all open, and they're just kept together with the laces. That's a bit weird looking, because I've been trying to put his little trousers over the shoes like this, which is barely possible. You can actually see his socks through, so there you go. And also here on the shoes they have like little white markings. Here on mine doll, there's a little marking missing. It's not very well finished here, but the side of the markings is just red, just to show you. And also here, there you go. This nice little sneakers. Also the details of the sneakers is really nice. So this doll has actually a really hard chest. It contains some kind of a box inside. There's stuffing over it. And here there's some stuffing missing on mine. I don't really know why. Maybe I should find out. It's like there's a little button here. I don't really know why there's a whole point here. Why there's a little hole. But it contains some kind of a hard plastic box in the chest. Makes it really hard. So there you go. This is my newest little Chucky doll. I don't really know how many Chucky dolls I will still collect. That actually depends on the ones available, the ones that I can pay, and the ones that I'm really interested in. So we're just gonna see more coming if there are nice opportunities. I'm really glad to have this guy. Because it was kind of difficult to obtain, and of course I wanted to take advantage of the Halloween opportunities, also because they're released now, and I was quite curious to see which one were available. So I'm really glad I found another one to collect, because life-size Chucky dolls are actually the main point of my collection. There you go, and he's adorable. I love him. So there you go. I think I said everything about this Chucky doll. I might just do a little comparison with this guy, and also one with that guy over there. So, well, you're not gonna see that happen if I ever do this. And I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.